This is Havoc, and welcome to Dawn of Andromeda. Iceberg Interactive, as many of you know, I am a official Twitch partner, I guess you could say, of their channel and of the company. And as a result, and as of our close relationship, they allow me to have access to any games that come out. Now, I've had this game for a while, actually. I've dumped probably about 4 hours into it, all early game, just trying out different factions, trying out different strategies, things of that. And so today is going to be a very, very chill intro into the game. In my experience, this is probably... Now, I haven't played Stellaris, so I can't say whether or not Stellaris is closer, but a lot of the aspects of this game are very representative. They just seem a lot like Sins of a Solar Empire, which is not a bad thing at all. I have dumped countless hours into Sins of a Solar Empire, and so to see a game that is a lot more in-depth than that, but has some of the same aspects, actually makes me very excited. It makes me very much look forward to seeing what the mid and end game are like. So first off, thank you Iceberg Interactive for allowing me to have a key. Thank you Grey Wolf Entertainment as well, and let's go ahead and just dive right on in. We'll be pretty chill here today. Nothing too intense, especially in the first part of the game. It's not going to be anything that is super intensive. It's not going to be, you know, over the edge exciting. It's going to be pretty relatively mild in the beginning. And then I'm sure as our empire progresses, it will get more and more intense. So we clicked a new game. We can choose our empire. As you can see, we have a lot of different empires to choose from. One thing that I do want to shout out and say a big boost of praise, basically, is the graphics of this game are really solid. This isn't a very huge company, but their game is a very big game. So a big shout out to them. They've got some cool looking aliens and stuff here. Like, this isn't just your basic 2D kind of model sort of race kind of deal. These guys are actually pretty cool. I really like them. So each race comes with a description. They come with a race type, and then they come with some traits. These traits can be both positive, they can be negative. Lonely in nature, relations with other empires reduced by 3. But what's really cool about this game is we can create our own race. We can choose from a set of appearances, which I'm sure would potentially get greater in the future. We can customize our flag, both emblem and color, which is also really cool. Ship style, different ships. We can set our traits. We can choose from 5, which is what is really awesome as well. And then we can also enter a race description. The only critique I have in this menu is to make the description block longer, and I'll show you why. So you can see all these guys, they have upwards of 5, sometimes 6 lines of text. I have gone ahead and created my own race beforehand. I can only do this far, and that's pretty, I could probably go to like here. So to really make it more feel like my faction, I wish I could add more of a description for my race. So that's just one critique that I have. But we are going to do the Cerberus Coalition. Having wiped out their home planet's natural fertile resources, the 1,000 clans of Trenticus have united to form the Cerberus Coalition, led by 3 elected leaders. So, one thing here too, we have selected our own traits, and they're all positive. Now, I'm sure you guys are like, well, that's not fair. No, it's not. But you know what? We're going to dive into this. We're going to have fun with this game. So, I figured, why not make a race that only has positive influence? Our traits: we're a loyal ally. Relations with allies are improved by 5. We are diverse. Reduces the chance of rebel factions. Rebel factions happen when you have low enough approval in the empire. Great farmers, technocratic, and hard workers all develop infrastructure 35% faster. We'll get to all of that here in a little bit. It is very in-depth. We're going to spend probably the first half of this game just going through all of the different interfaces, all of the different menus, just so you can get an idea, so whenever I start speeding along, you're not like, well, what the crap was that, or what happened there? And plus, this game's really chill. This music is really chill, so it's hard for me to want to be aggressive and be like, blah, 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 blah. But if I do go too fast, I do apologize. So we have all of our selected empires, which is randomly. Our objective: is to defeat all factions. We can go with an allied victory, we can research enlightenment, we can survive for 10, 25, or 50 years. We can start with an expedition ship only, which I honestly never tried that. I don't know how that would work. Single colony, small empire, all the way up to an advanced empire. At this stage in early access, we cannot influence military, economic, or technological development, and we can't influence how many starting colonies we have. And that is one thing I forgot to mention in the beginning. This is early access. It came out December 1st. There are going to be bugs, there are going to be glitches, there's going to be imbalances, all of the things of early access. So if there are anything, you just have to bear with me. This is not going to be even close to representative of the final game. We now have our game options. We have a galaxy size starting from tiny to huge. We're going to stick with average. Resources from very scarce to very common. Habitable planets. This is one thing I'm going to change. We can go very rare, which means your empire is not going to be so much focused on how many colonies you have. It's going to be exploiting planetary resources through expedition ships, or just figuring out some good choke points to conquer militarily. We're going to go with very common, though. I think it would be a fun way to do that. We have pirate factions in this game. You can range from very rare to very common. We're going to keep everything else at common. Minor races. They are, you can, as you discover planets, as you discover systems, you will stumble upon minor races who are not technologically as advanced as you. They are not spacefaring civilizations. They will have a technology level attached to them, and you can kind of keep an eye on them. So in the future, when they do hit that point, you can develop a potential relationship with them. So minor races, we're going to keep them at common, and then game difficulty, normal. Alright, so here we go. We've loaded into the game right off the bat. We have to appoint our council. We get to choose 5 members from I think a selection of 7. I think it's always 7 people to become on our council. Our council has influence. It will determine various things throughout your empire. And as you can see, all of these guys start out with the tier 1. And obviously, any traits that are green are positive. Anything that's red or negative, and anything that is yellow, I think deals more with how people view you, and just things empire-wide kind of deal, I guess. So if I get any of this stuff wrong, anyone who has already played the game, who knows more about it, do not hesitate to leave it in the comments. Be constructive in your criticism, but definitely I don't mind if you call me out. Alright, so, for instance, let's go with Latini Mahiri. His traits, he's a fast learner, which means he earns experience quicker. He's disloyal, which means increases the chance of him quitting by 25%. And he's a pacifist, so he hates war and has a 10% penalty on happiness if the empire is at war, and a 10% bonus if at peace. Now that's a personal happiness. So it affects him quitting. So combined with disloyal, if we are at war, he pretty much has a 35% chance. Well, probably not that, but his happiness has been decreased by 10%. And then he, on top of that, has a 25% chance of him quitting. Unfortunately, a majority of our council has that chance. We'll deal with it. Alon Monda, she's charismatic, assuming that's a girl. Bonus of 1 to relations with other empires of a council member. Even though she's disloyal and fanatical, we're going to select her because she gives us a bonus to it. Industrialist, if he is a governor, which you can appoint governors to different colonies, his industry infrastructure development is increased by 50% if he's a governor. But he's also temperamental. Not following his advice has an impact twice as big on his happiness. So he would be a good governor, sort of. And then Asul would also be a good governor because that person increases farming infrastructure by 50%. So we might as well just stick with these guys. Unfortunately, they're temperamental. He's militarist, so he's happier if they're at war. These guys are going to be happier if we're at peace. It's just that conflicting thing. It's just always going to happen. And then here we go, Danny Stroma. You know what? I don't mind if he's a slow learner because he's a born leader. He has improved happiness by 8% if all remaining council members, if he is a council member. Awesome. Here's where it gets pretty intense. We need to start researching. Our civilization can only progress, I'm going to pause, if we research new tech. We should start right away. go to the research menu. Here is your research menu. I really enjoy the research menu. It has a lot of cool things. I haven't gotten super far into it, so I can't tell you a whole lot of what is in the later tiers, but you're broken up into 3 different sections. You have military, obviously deals with attachments to ships and things of that nature. You have civilian, which deals in obviously civil things, raising the maximum level of housing, raising the maximum level of industry, of farms, how influential you can be, etc., etc. And then you have purely scientific. Now these are kind of things. Advanced universities increases the max level of social infrastructure. Quantum laboratories raises the maximum level of research, etc., etc. One thing to mention is, as you can see on the bottom, an estimated research time. 2 months and 1 week. Now that 2 months and 1 week is basically 5 weeks worth, obviously. Actually, not 5 weeks, 9 weeks. My math is terrible. So time goes in terms of weeks and months and years. As you can see, your weekly progress. I'm not really sure how long each week is. I mean, I'm sure I could time it and give you a number just to give you an idea on normal time how long it's going to take. But as you can see, we could be 1 year and 11 months for quantum laboratories. Absolutely crazy. You could spend almost 2 years doing one thing. Now the kicker is with that, you can increase your scientific output through different means, through upgrading your science level within colonies, to extracting certain strategic resources, and in which case that would greatly decrease the time it takes to research these things. But we'll have to just see what we get there. So I really want to focus on things that are only 2 months and 1 week along so far. I'm going to research nano farms. That's going to raise our maximum level of farming infrastructure. It creates more food. That would be a really good thing to research. Charismatic leaders, not so much at this time, not early game. We don't need to increase our cap yet. But what I will do, I will go over here. We will do advanced universities, and we will increase our social infrastructure. Now, one thing also to mention is you can only add to queue, right? You can clear your queue at any time, but it restarts the whole research, so it may not be the best thing to do that. Instead, what you can do is say, oh crap, I didn't want to do advanced universities. Instead of clearing the queue, click on advanced universities and remove from queue. Regardless, we have 4.5 months worth of research, plenty of time to really focus on other things. So that's the only 2 I'm going to do for now. Only 2 research things. Available projects. From time to time, you will reach certain parts of your empire through events or just through research, etc., where you will need to have certain projects that you can do. Those will include, for instance, anytime you officially meet another faction, you can study them. Now, studying does go into your queue. So, for instance, we need another faction and we like them. We want to improve our relationship with them. We can study them. That's what it's called, and that's what it does. It increases your relations with them. That takes 2 months 2 months and 1 week. You queue it in here. You can't research anything in here or in your artifacts until that gets done. Does that make sense? As long as it's in your queue. All 3 of these count as different aspects of research. Therefore, when you put them in your queue, you are tying that up. You can't just focus on this and focus on that and focus on that at the same time. It doesn't work. Artifacts. You will discover planets through different systems throughout your galaxy, I suppose, and they will have anomalies. There will be things like ruins and such on planets that you've discovered from past civilization. All of these will potentially, if you put an expedition ship to them and you retrieve an artifact, you have to research that artifact to find out what it does. This is one aspect that I think is similar to Sins of the Solar Empire. If you researched your planet infrastructure down far enough, you could then see if there were any bonuses to your planet. And that's kind of, sort of, the same deal here. In a sense, it's just a little more in-depth in this game than it is in Sins or any of the other ones. So we will get there when we get there for that. So we've set up 2 queues, right? We've set up 2 research. That's plenty of time. Here is our main map. This is where most of your time will be spent. Whoa. I really like it. This map is really, really cool. The thing spins. I mean, we'll I love it. It's a really, really good map, and a ton of stars for this is an average size map. There are still a ton of stars in this. As you can see, this is where we start out in Civled 3 to be exact. And before I dive into the planet structure, we still have a lot of stuff to go through. First, everything on the top layer from here. As you can see, our research is in the top left. This gives us how long we have and what current research is being researched. We have our list of resources in a sense. This is our money, this is our treasury, shows us how our balance is, which will increase per week. We have an approval rating for our empire, which can go up or down, and that has a good effect on obviously the happiness of your empire and how productive they are. Food, you consume 1 food for every 3 billion people. So as a result, as you can see down here, we had 2.2 billion out of 3 billion people. So just a reminder, if you want to expand quickly, you're going to want to make sure you can produce food quickly, because you don't want a food shortage. That is very, very bad. Prosperity and prosperous empire will have less corruption, a better economy, higher tax income, happier population, and more influential government. Currently at +1, our prosperity effects are +4 approval, 20% influence growth speed, and tax income +10%. We don't have anything influencing our prosperity at the time, of course, and we are decreasing in prosperity. As you see down here on the bottom, our prosperity is deteriorating towards 0. It will decrease in 2 months and 3 weeks. So we have 2 months and 3 weeks to figure out how to increase our prosperity. I'll show you that in just a little bit. Research, obviously through various means, you increase your research output, you decrease the time for research. Influence, as you can see, we will increase in 2 months and 3 weeks, but allows us to make certain diplomatic actions that we can't do when lower influences. For instance, I can meet a civilization, I can go to them, request an audience, and I can insult them, which would be kind of a dick move to just request an audience only to insult. But regardless, you can't do that until you have 2 influence. So you can't even piss someone off until you gain more influence, which I think is pretty cool. It's pretty accurate. Obviously, this gives our weekly progress. You have your menu bars. Right here, you have your main menu, just in case. And then your Emperor's Log. This is where we start diving deeper. The Emperor's Log, I guess technically, you kind of are the Emperor, not really. But regardless, our only one currently is supremacy. It's our mission as a superior race to impose our will on the galaxy. We can and will defeat everyone. That is our goal. Move over to overview first. As you can see, the Cerberus Coalition, we have that dark blue with our insignia in there. Chancellor Liani. Our government type is democracy. Our home planet, our military power, technological power. Gives you all the rundown. I mean, it just lays it all out for you. We only have 1 colony, no strategic resources. Give our empire traits. Just a basic overview of your government. Finances. We can see our trade routes, which we have no idea what to do with in the beginning. Not no idea. There is no trade routes available in the beginning until we start selling or exporting our strategic resources when we have excess. We can bump taxes all the way up to insane taxes, making 21 credits a week at the expense of having 39% approval rating. We can go all the way down to no taxes, be making absolutely no money a week at the benefit of having a 73% approval. For now, we're going to keep it on average taxes. I feel that's worth it. Everything is good. It shows you your tourism, your taxes, and ship maintenance. Empire policies. This is another really cool feature that I really like, that I haven't explored personally yet because I'm waiting to get further along in my empire before I start enacting them. But you have, between a government, you have a authoritarian policy, and you have a democratic policy. Those are the 2 that are available to us at the moment. Each one obviously has its benefits. For example, providing research grant gives +1 research per colony at the cost of 3 credits a week per colony. So if you have 5 colonies, you would get 5 research per colony, which would exponentially increase your research speed, but at the cost of 15 credits a week. System of checks and balances. Or we can go authoritarian. We can legalize slavery, which gives 10% faster infrastructure development at the cost of 7% approval. So we can do that, it'd go faster, but our approval rating would automatically go down to 50%. So these don't cost money, they mainly cost approval or your income level. This directly affects your income per week per colony. Something to think about. We have our council. Obviously, we can't do anything with them yet. We could replace members, but we're not going to. And then the Emperor's Log again. So that's a government menu. We have our research menu, which we've already done. Our diplomatic menu. This gives us all the factions that we've met, as well as any characters that we have met. We'll get to that just eventually down the road. We may not see that in the first menu. Shipyard menu. This gives you a list of all your ships, any of their abilities, their current HP and shield, any damage that they have, and then where they are. At any time, you can see where any of your ships are. It's a really, really cool feature. Last but not least, we have planets and colonies. And this is a really, really cool feature. The only critique I would have with this is the ability to pull this over here and have your planets listed, at least planets much like Sons of a Solar Empire did. It is hard to manage all of your planets, especially since you see things mostly zoomed out in systems rather than individual planets. It's hard to really tell which planet is yours when you're clicking. And so to be able to have that menu on the left hand side that at least shows you all your planets, I think would be a really, really cool feature that would really bring a lot of cohesion to the UI interface. So regardless, we have all the systems that we control, all the planets we control, their population, their approval, their balance, their investments. We'll get into the investments here in a minute, and their production. Really, really good. As you click on that, you eventually get there. Nope, we'll get out of there for a minute. Colonizable planets. As we explore the universe, as we explore the galaxy, we will have colonizable planets that we can live in, and we can colonize. Gives you the planet name, the living condition, base resources, and any traits. Really, really cool. Trading, self-explanatory. Gives you the planet that's trading, who owns it, and what they're selling. Minor races, I explained to you before what minor races are. It just lays out everything with them. Their technology level is a pretty crucial thing. It shows how close they are to spacefaring and becoming a major race. So it's something to consider in the future. And then items of interest. We haven't seen any yet. Of course, we just started. And this is the kind of thing that will influence how much research you can do, who it's exploited by, what it generates, etc., etc. That being said, we are finally ready to dive into our planet. We have 3 planets in our system. So you can see we have Civled 2, 1, and 3. This is our home right here on Civled 3. Neither of these other 2, for whatever reason, have good living conditions. It is impossible, so we cannot do anything. If there's a way we can exploit them in the future, that'd be really good, because there's plutonium here, there's extra food, and there's definitely, let's see what here, fascinating flora, which would bump up our research production. Something to consider. All right, let's go ahead and get in here. This is your city. This is your colony. It is small. It is tiny for now, but it will grow in the future. So again, it just lays everything out, our income, our expenses, our defense rating. All colonies do come with some basic defenses. Whether or not they come with attack or damage, I don't think so. What they're producing, and any traits that the planet has. No governor has been appointed. We could instill a governor. Azul, I think we will actually go ahead and do you, because you have farming infrastructure, and that's one thing we will get into. Ships, we have our list of ships, all the way from a scout, a survey ship. I keep calling it an expedition ship. Survey ship is things that gathers resources and bonuses, also researches any anomalies. Colony ship is self-explanatory, so is a trade ship. We have a protector fighter, divine dreadnought, and a pride fighter. All of these things are just various ships. It's just what they are. 500, 120. Interesting. So these guys are kind of the same thing. What we're going to do, we're going to get a couple of scout ships. I'm going to get a couple of colony ships. A couple of survey ships. And we're going to actually go ahead and dump into some good... a lot of military. We're going to go and go right off the bat. I don't think we'll be attacked, but it's just good. There are some benefits to having them in that regard. Stations. A Falcon station, at least for this faction, this is called a Falcon station. This is an orbital platform. It has HP, it has shields. It costs 330 credits, but it does do a significant amount of damage to protect against any invading forces, pirates, and things of that nature. Next tab, we have our infrastructure. This is where you build your colonies from the ground up. As you can see, our total investments across the board are costing 0 credits a week, and we have 5 points to spend. For instance, say I wanted to develop our housing. Currently, we can only do a level 2 amount of housing, which means we can only have 4 billion people in this colony. But if I wanted to develop it super quick, I could pump all 5 points into it. It is costing me 10 credits a week from this colony. So you can see we're only making a balance of 1 credit, which means across the board, we are even because we have ship maintenance. That's not going to be the wisest thing to do. I'm not going to dump anything into here. What I'd rather actually do is build up our social level by 2 points because we need to increase our approval rating. Social builds social, cultural, and entertainment projects to keep our population happy. It increases approval by 5% and tourism income by 1 credit. And as you can see, it is also a maximum of 2. Everything in this colony is a maximum of 2 at the moment. But I am also going to bump into some men of farming, because we need to add 1 to our food population. Whether we need it or not in this colony, we'll need it empire-wide. So Civilized 3, our only colony, is costing us 6 credits a week, which brings our total to 4 credits a week. Makes sense? I think it makes sense. I think it works very well. It's a very cool thing, and it's cool to see how your empire grows, how your colony grows between all those. Larger planets will obviously be able to house higher levels, and then of course research will also improve that. So no matter what, nano farms will allow us to build out of 3, no matter how big the planet is, etc., etc. Last but not least, we have the resources menu. This gives everything that we are selling, everything we are making, everything we have a surplus of, and the value therein. This is where you go. Say we had, I don't know, say we had some sort of metal or something like that, plutonium. We saw plutonium on the map. We could, since we aren't using that, technically it would be a surplus. We could sell it, and it'd give a value that some trade ship or a merchant could come in and buy it from us. Pretty plain, pretty simple. So we've got quite a few ships queued up. We've blown most of our money, but I think it'll give me a pretty good head start, and that is pretty much it. We have literally spent 27 minutes talking about the game, haven't even started, but I say we go ahead and start. Our scout ship we can auto-explore. That's always best, just to let them wander around and explore different areas. We're going to have 3 scout ships because we have a lot of space to cover, and we will just kind of roll with it. There are going to be things that I'm going to have to pause and probably explain, but I think it'll be a fun experience. I just love how peaceful and relaxing this game is, right now anyways. And made contact with the Dao Sari. Okay, where? Alright, awesome. Scout has been built on Civilized 3. Go ahead and scout. Colonizable planets have been found in the Kriako system. There is the Dawisari. This is an outlaw. He roams the galaxy trying to survive while looking for potential clients to offer their less than reputable services. They may have a bounty on him, so it's always best to attack him. But as you can see, pretty high HP, and he's got some pretty intense weaponry there. We have 2 colonizable planets. And this is pretty much the 4 things that you'll see in everyone. Your size, decent living conditions means the better the living conditions, the happier the population will be, and the faster it will grow. Another scout has been built. Great. Auto-explore him as well. But anyways, it also has base resources. So for instance, we have Czar Spice, which is a strategic resource, improves living conditions in your colonies by 1. Which you could export that, and we can make 5 credits if anyone comes in and does that. Traits, none. Over here, as you see, it has Mori gas, speeds of all ships belonging to the player by 10%, has extra food, and its traits are dangerous fauna, which means as soon as we start a colony in here, it's going to have less approval of 10%. We have another outlaw. He has no weapons equipped. That would have been a nice one to take. That's alright though. As you can see, we click on this, it shows that we're still building our colony ship. We have discovered a nebula, which does not really appear to have anything in it. Still gorgeous nonetheless. Still gorgeous. So when we build our first colony ship, I will go to here. The size is average. We may go here. We have extra food already there, but these have food too. We'll do this because they don't have that negative trait of approval rating. Here we go. A colonizable planet has been found in the Laft system. It is small. Look at that though. I mean, look at these stars. That is cool. Alright, a new project is available, and we have made contact with the Drekos Order. The Drekos Order is a major faction. So we will go here. Drekos Order, High Priest Monda. So you can see our relations with them are indifferent. We just met contact with them, so they're still wary of us, and they are expansionistic, which means naturally they don't really get along with other people. They feel we can coexist peacefully, so we get +3, and they like one or more of our council members. So, gives us their character traits, which is really cool. We've met 2 different outlaws here. Oh, here we go. Bounty 750 credits. This mercenary, his bounty is 825 credits. Very nice. Oh, we can hire him. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I've never really explored that part. We've met another faction, the Kalzur Federation. Now what we can do, we have projects, right? That's research, available projects. We can study the Drekos Order or the Kalzur Federation, which would improve our relations with them by +4. As you can see, it takes 2 months and 2 weeks. Not something I'm really super interested in at this very moment. But what I am interested in is potentially taking this settlement from them, but I don't think we will, because we are very, very close to taking this one. There we go. Same system, same kind of deal over here. We already have +1 food, so that's really good. As you can see, we can go to our resources. We have a surplus of Zar Spice. We can export it for 5 credits if anyone decides they want to come in and do that. Now, our infrastructure is increased by 50%, right? Yep, if governor, so they are a governor. Let's invest in that. What does that put our balance at? 2 credits, that's fine. They will continue to develop it very quickly, which will then give a 5% bonus to infrastructure speed, as well as adds +1 production to all resources and 10% bonus for development speed. Awesome. Colonizable planet has been found in the Van Lith system. Good for us. It is another small planet. I'm really kind of looking for like large planets right now, guys. No, you need to come over here, man. Explore this area. We have a survey ship, which currently we can go right here. Giant asteroid may have something in value for us to exploit. Anytime that little magnifying glass is there, it means that there is a point of interest that a survey ship can then do something with. Colony ship, you just go ahead and come in here. I don't know that I want to colonize this planet yet. But as you can see, it's pretty chill. Pretty chill right now. Honestly, we could probably super fast forward time and not be in that bad of a position. The Yannan greets us. When the gods falter and fell, it was the hands of one such as you. We cannot condemn you for a mere resemblance, but we do not love you yet either. Awesome. The Drekos greets us. I like it. Dude, do something different. Come on. Go here. As you can see, they went ahead and colonized that before I could even get to it. Let's go ahead and move along, little doggy. We made contact with several other planets. The Kalazur. The Siani clan has a message. Greetings. As you may have noticed, this galaxy is a very dangerous place. So basically, they're pirates. This is the pirate faction. And we can pay them a protection fee, which means they won't attack us. And if we're already at war, our relations is reverted to neutral. I'm going to ignore them. Very, very nice. Go ahead and auto-explore. No colonizable planets there. We'll just have to see what other planets hold. Just awaiting. The Terran greets you. Colonizable planets. Oh, wow. Hold on. Hold on. Where is this? Oh, my word. That is right where we want to be. 3 planets in this 5-planet system. I like this one. Oh, we've got 2 planets we can definitely colonize here. Perfect. I may actually go ahead and colonize all of them. Alright, so we get a survey. Found nothing of interest. There was a minor race. Seems the planet is home to an independent but still primitive alien race, one we could potentially build a relationship in the future. Get our survey ship. Are there any more surveyable things that we can do? I don't think so. There is a point of interest over here, though. Another giant asteroid. We are currently at -1 food, which means we have more. We have a higher population than we do have food working. Let's see how many. We're at 2 credits. We'll go ahead and do that. We're at -2 now, but that's okay. Protector fighter. Survey ship. Where are you going? Where are you going? Do we have anything yet? Let's go ahead and drop you in over here, just in case in the future we can unlock something else. Our social infrastructure in CivLed 3 has improved. So if we'll go here, there it is. I wish I could zoom in because it'd be really cool to see what they got going on there. Prosperity is still deteriorating. It will decrease in 1 month and 2 weeks. Keep rolling. Keep rolling. Military speed up the production of ships and improves the planet's defenses. Not really in our book right now. We have increased our farming infrastructure there, which then brings it straight back to normal. Thank the good Lord. Drop you guys there for a minute. How many more ships do you have? Quite a few ships. Let's actually not worry about building. We'll do that. There we go. Need to have a nice handful of about a half dozen ships, I think would be good. You can look at that. They are expanding very quickly. Faster than we are, to be honest, but I think that's alright. Explore. What is this? We got another outlaw. There we go. Exploring everywhere. Large, decent base resources of food. And as you can see, that's the end of the line for that planet. There are no more areas. Super fast forward time just a little bit. That's the one I want. Large and decent. Yep. Awesome. Ooh, it's cold there. Let's go ahead and pump into there. What do we got going on? -3 a week. Let's still invest more into those. Okay, we got 2 guys greeting us. The Orlith and the old car greet us. Awesome. Do we have any more ships we are making? I don't believe so. We have a nice little fleet. We hit Control 1. That makes a fleet number 1. Pretty cut and dry. Go ahead and drop into this system since we can't be reached. Makes sense to do it at Kriako. Let's go ahead. And as you can see, that whole arm, that is the it. That is the it. That is it. We can go to a Fars 3 and no one will really, we won't have to worry about anyone coming in at us. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and build another. I don't know how we're making money. Colony ship. We'll build 2 of them. Are we still decreasing? Decrease in 3 weeks. That is no bueno. The Terran studies us. Survey has been complete. +1 research production. This is what I was talking about. Hold on. Suspect rift located on the Maltafit 3 planet. Alright, so we have our survey ship. We get +1 research if we did that. So we're going to do that for now. We've done that. Just that 1 research has knocked this from 2 months, 2 months and 1 week down to 1 month. So if that gives you an idea on how much research influences that aspect, definitely. Alright, so this dude, he has 10, 15, 5. Oh man, we'd have a pretty tough time taking him. But we have 5 units. That'd be about 30. We could probably take him. Let's move. Actually, let's just move right here. He has to come here. So we'll take him on. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if we can take him. But that outlaw, who is he? We got characters. Was it Dawisari? It may have been. Yeah, it was Dawisari. We get 825 credits for taking him on. So, not too shabby. I could take that and fund my more exploration. We have +1. Yeah, let's see. Go here. You have located space debris near a gas cloud. The Scython greets you. Very cool. Colony ship has been built on Civled 3. Let's go ahead and go here. Now we need another survey ship, which I think is already over here. It is. Let's go here. Suspect Rift is a site of interest. A colonizable planet has been found all the way over there. So as you can see, we're really exploring. They are really aggressively expanding. I like it. Should create some unique scenarios here in the future. We are about ready to attack him. In 3, 2, 1. Engage. Take him out, boys. He's just gonna come. He's gonna try to do full bore, try to go through it. Pursue him. Pursue him. Go, go, go. I wish I could zoom in more. I can't, though. He is taking beating. Keep pursuing him. There we go. Oh, yeah, we got him. He's not getting across that system. There ain't no way. And we didn't even lose anyone either. Perfect. Did we get anything for him? Emperor's Log. I don't know if we got anything for him. Maybe we will here in the future. He was defeated. This is cool. I like this a lot. We got an outlaw over here. He's no worry. We got our guys working it. A colonizable planet has been discovered yet again. So yeah, they are quite abundant. As you can see, definitely expanding pretty aggressively. You guys can look all you want, but this is my system. What can we do here? Are we still developing pretty easily? We are, very much so. We are at +1 food. Has he gained any? He is gaining. He's dissatisfied with how this colony is run. What would you do, my friend? Let's export. We're in the negative by 2. That's okay. How many people are on this planet? We still got 3 billion. We can afford a couple of more planets to colonize. Now, I'm not sure if there's huge repercussions for just colonizing everything under the sun. I haven't really seen any yet, aside from a negative income, so hopefully that's it. It's just a negative income. Well, and that, and if you run out of food. But we haven't run out of food yet. Don't plan on it. Influence has increased. Prosperity has decreased. We're now stagnant. We've located a giant asteroid near a nebula. Very nice. Our survey ship is coming in, so we can survey the suspect rift, and we can also survey these ruins. There he is. Who are you? You're an outlaw as well. You will die. Oh, there we go. I don't know why we couldn't zoom in further before. Huh, that's weird. Regardless, here's some up-close action. Pursue him. Take him on. Don't let him get the Oh, he won't get there. I don't know, he might. He just might. So as we develop our research, we can obviously research better military tech as well, which is something I'd be very interested in seeing. Outlaw successfully destroyed. And as such, the Orlick Confederation has agreed to pay the bounty of 750 credits. That was on his head. The old car studies us. Works for me, man. Works for me. If we could just get a positive balance going on everywhere, then we'll be pretty good. Okay, so we colonize this planet. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do... Let's see, what is our population? Invest more. We'll invest more. And then, housing I'm not so worried about at the moment. Let's go ahead and work on infrastructure, though. What I do wish, another thing I wish is I wish I could scroll through my different... I wish I could scroll through my different planets through the planet menu. That would be another really cool thing to be able to do. The old car has a proposal for us. Well, we'll get there in just a minute. Let's go ahead and invest more and invest more. What's your proposal? We offer them 500 credits. They share orbital logistics with us. Increases the number of stations per colony. I will counter propose. I will offer you 178. We'll think about it. That's what they always say, and they probably won't like me. That's alright, though. Alright. The old car rejected our proposal. That's fine. No issues with that whatsoever. Ooh, what's... Okay, so this is the rift. This is in our Emperor's log. So that's one thing we need to go to, and that's what we're doing, so that works. Do we have planets over here? Have we done development for them yet? We have. Perfect. We are currently sitting at -7 per week, but I think we'll be alright. Crash site located in Beta Ithaca 1. We should investigate. It's been added to our Emperor's log. Artifact retrieved on Malafit 3. We can now study it further. So that's what I was talking about. Artifacts. Unknown. We need to study it, so we'll add it to the queue. It'll take 1 month and 1 week. We're going to study that planet right next to it. What are you? You're a merchant. Okay. We're still going to stay in here. A colonizable planet has still been found. Look how many systems there are in this map. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. We could go ahead and build a colony ship. And honestly, they could build a colony ship too. Nah, they're not big enough. Life discovered on Malafit 3. They didn't take it very kindly and killed the survey crew. Well, that's rude. Okay, where's our next one? We have another headline. We've already done that. So that needs to be removed. Crash site located over there. Where is that? Oh, that's on the other side of the freaking galaxy. We're not doing that. Do we have any other exploitable regions nearby? That's the question. Doesn't really look like it, which is really surprising. We could go over to the Kroot. There was a nebula over here somewhere. It wasn't this one. That nebula. Let's go there. And we could also... Oh, we have a colony ship. Awesome. Let's go... Honestly, we could just colonize everything we have currently. And I think that would truly be good enough for now. I think we would be alright with all of it. Colony ship has been built. Go ahead and come over here. The Yenin Commonwealth has imposed an embargo on the Olkar Republic. Interesting. Now we can't settle this planet. That's another thing I wanted to point out. Just because these guys have the system doesn't mean we can't settle in this one, which would be a really good idea because Sarian seeds are pretty good. It improves population growth. But we won't. Our infrastructure on Kriako 3 has leveled up. Who is this? Kino Honey. Let's take a look at him real quick. Kenny Honey. Oh, 312 credits. That's not a whole lot, but we'll still work with it. So we're seeing +1 farming. So let's go ahead and knock that back. What are we looking at? We're looking at -2 right now. I think that would be okay. We have nothing influencing our prosperity. I'm very tempted to go into our empire policies and see if we can't do anything that influences that. 5% approval at the cost of 2 credits per week per colony. Forbid the consumption of mind-altering substances. -5% income. What's our income? Where is our income? Finances. Let's do that. Let's just try it. Faster infrastructure would mean that we could just build faster. I mean, I'm trying to find where it is. Empire policies. We'll forbid the... There we go. We're only at -2. Research complete. Advanced universities. The Scython has a proposal for us. We offer them an unknown object. They offer us 100 credits. I'm going to decline because I'm actually researching that right now as we speak. Here we go. Pump money into it, man. Pump money into it. We have some strategic resources that we can then export. Perfect. Are we going to be able to take them out? I don't think so. We got close. But he's not really worth all that much, to be honest. Like, in all fairness. Now, we could pursue him into this next world. Or we could just hang back. Let's just hang back. Nope, 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 nope. What are you? You're a merchant. I'm not going to do anything to you. Civled 3 now has upgraded. And I think that's the biggest thing. Nope, we can do out of 3 because we researched nano. That's right. And the same with social. We're able to get more social because it we got the research for it. Very nice. I like it. We have another colony ship. I'm wondering where we need to be going with this one. We can't go there anymore. We probably actually go here. It's large, very good. Thought I had a colony ship coming. Maybe that's that colony ship. And I made sure that I did stuff with him, right? Yeah. Sitting at -1 credit, which really, truly isn't that bad. Now, we can go down to Civled. There's our housing infrastructure. Invest more. Oh, that's Kriako. Excuse me. Pardon me. Let's actually invest less. We're working on our housing. Where is our... Yeah, Civled. Distress signal received. We have received a distress signal coming from the Beta Ithaca system. We can choose to ignore it or try to see the system what's going on. Show the system location. Okay, so that's a really important one. There's 2 anomalies that have been there. So our survey ship is going to go to Beta Ithaca. And it's both on the same planet, so we might as well. Now, what was I doing? I was going down to Civled so we can see how big it's gotten. Oh man, I was kind of hoping it'd be a little bigger. Well, regardless, there's our farming infrastructure. We need to increase our... that. We're going to invest less there. Our balance is even, which is perfect. We're going to increase our housing, which will increase it by 1 billion. We made contact with the Lonia clan. We made contact with the Aethys conglomerate. New project is available. We have located space debris and an anomaly near a black hole. Now that we have more planets that are receiving stuff like that, we need to go ahead and start developing some more survey ships. The Aethys greets you. Awesome. Now, I'm really not sure what we can do in terms of these guys. We can interact with them. We can impose an embargo, which doesn't really do anything. We can check our active treaties. We can send a proposal. Let's see if we can't do some dealing. We got repair module. Shield command centers. I don't care about that so much. They offer trade subsidies. Makes all trade transactions cheaper for the other party by a certain percentage. They offer a weekly payment. We're not going to worry about that. Never mind. The Lonia clan has a message. We can prevent any misfortunes. Yeah, no, I don't care about that. Okay, so now we are pretty much running low. Is that a merchant or is that okay? Running low on funds. So we need to kind of chill out just for a little bit. Which means when this thing gets there, we're going to not want to... We're just going to go right here. Hello. Man, we have a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff we need to try and do. Council's all working very swimmingly well. Survey ship has been built. We need to get over here, right? There's one. There was another one that had 2 places. Is it all the way over here? It is. Let's go after the space debris. We should have another survey ship making. That'll be great. That's perfect. We have 2, 1. Let's see. All of you guys get here. Because we've got an outlaw coming in. Kenny Honey, you are going down, friend. Go, go, go. Alright, so we're sitting at +4 food, which is really, really good. We could probably peel back. But we'll peel back once we get to that maximum level. Kriaka 1. How about you guys? You guys are doing alright? Yeah, we're almost at level 3 though. We backed out and we're currently working on housing. Kill him. Kill him good. Working on his defenses at the moment. Intercept. Oh, look at that. We're gaining on him. Interception course. It's been very well plotted. There we go. We're in range. Oh, he's dead. He's dead. Very nice. Even if we don't get anything from him, it's still good to have that. To have that gone. Alright, guys. Well, you know what? I think I am going to call it a day. We've expanded to quite a few systems. We've explored the basics of everything you'll do within your first hour. Not everything, but several things you can do. We're not currently at the point where we can really explore diplomacy. I mean, we've had a few things come to us. We offer them $300. They share no. Like no, I don't want to do that. Now, I could share nano farms, and they could give us 200 credits for it. And they'll think about it. And they could potentially accept it if they like it enough. They accepted our proposal. Look at that. So we shared that tech with them. We got 200 bucks. We are now doing pretty good. So again, I'm going to go ahead and do slow-mo time so we don't miss really anything. That is the end of this first episode. This is not going to be something that I'm doing constantly kind of thing. This was basically an early access preview. I will be doing a stream with Iceberg Interactive on the week of the 19th. At some time, you'll be able to see that on my Twitter page. I'll announce that. Iceberg Interactive will announce it as well. And we'll probably do that for about 2 hours, really try to explore the game a little more in depth. We may continue this, or they may actually send me a file to work with. I don't really know at this point, but we'll see. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed Dawn of Andromeda. I am enjoying it, and I know I will definitely enjoy playing more of it. It'll be really exciting to see how well we do once we get into the mid-game and into the late game. When they had kind of a dev talk on one of the streams, I think the guy said on a normal map, an average game will last, 6 to 8 hours. I'm going to say it's probably going to last a little longer than that, considering where we are at this moment and where we could be in terms of taking everyone over. I would say we could probably dump it. It's probably a 12 or 14-hour game, I would say. But we'll have to see. Who knows? It may speed up really quick, and we may just be able to take over really quickly. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Be on the lookout for the next Dawn of Andromeda video. It is out in early access, so if you want to go over to the Steam page, I'll make sure to put a Steam link in there. Other than that, guys, this is Havoc, and I'm out of here. Peace!